Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and boy howdy do I have a story for you about today's episode of Knight's Journey of Dreams. So we're back again with Will's story, and once upon a time in the dim and distant year of the mid-2000s, and if we talk to Owl he'll just tell us about the rocket persona, I remember being in the car with my parents on the way home from somewhere, and trying to remember the names of every level in both Knight's games, and I got every single one except for this next one. I could remember it was something city, and I remembered the general gist of what it was, like what the word meant, and I was positive, as I said to my parents, it begins with F. I know it's something F city. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, and all friends besides, allow me to introduce you to Delight City. Well done, child me, you are a gentleman and a scholar.
This world looks really fun, Owl.
Indeed. The green idea within this world symbolizes growth. Having come as far as you have has allowed for the creation of a more lively world.
That sound, it's Knights!
Oh no. Hide quickly.
Oh, Knights. Are you all alone today?
What do you want, Riella? Leave me alone.
Don't brush me off so quickly. After all, it's not nice to be so uncouth to a fellow Knight-Marin.
What did he just say? Knights is a Knight-Marin? That's not true, is it, Owl?
I'm afraid it is true.
No way.
Well, fine. Be that way. It's not as if I dropped by to chit-chat anyway. Master Wiseman has ordered me to bring you back with me, and I will do so. But I must warn you, though, that our master is quite displeased by your defiance. I have no wish to face his wrath myself. Knights, you will go back to Master Wiseman, even if it is by force.
If that's a threat, then bring it on. You and me, one-on-one.
And, funnily enough, actually Knights isn't kidding. We actually do have a weird sort of boss encounter thing, starring, well, Riella, amongst other things. Now, this is slightly different from previous boss encounters with Riella, where instead of... instead of it being just Paraloop Riella, it's, hit Riella with marbles and have a fantastic time. And as you can see in the background there, the circles in the triangle in the sky, because Riella is Illuminati confirmed, sort of indicate how much health he has, and I'm a bit more confident in referring to Riella as a he, because unlike Knights, Riella is a bit more overtly male-identified, but again, that's somewhat open for discussion. So you sort of need to be good with your aim here, but it's almost like a rehash of Queen Bella's ball, except instead of Queen Bella, it's Knights and Riella, and instead of... Ow. Instead of aiming for destroying strata, you just need to aim for the person that you're aiming for, and creating a load of mini-universes in so doing. Now, I'll freely admit, my aim isn't brilliant, especially with this kind of perspective going on, but Riella is courteous enough to at least sit still for a hot couple of seconds, so you can, if you're careful, aim, and probably completely miss. No, Riella. Or, Riella, no! Because, honestly, I could not tell you what Knights' accent is supposed to be. And as you can see, these things do explode on contact with each other, so don't get too close because you will suffer. And I was a bit too premature there. And again with a prematurity. I could do this, boss, I swear! Now, this is another very Will thing to have happen as well, because we haven't even got to Delight City yet. I mean, yeah, we're in Delight City, but we haven't actually done the level yet. And in fact, you can't replay this boss unless... There we go. You can't replay this boss unless you select the watch story scene option when playing the mission.
Well, Well done, knights. I yield.
Hey, are you all right? Whoa. What the?
Oh, knights, you are so gullible. Did you really think that I could lose to the likes of you? Don't make me laugh.
Riala, this was supposed to be a fair fight!
Now, don't make such a scene. Cerberus is on the way here to see you.
What? Cerberus?
Cerberus?
Oh, you know Cerberus? That mad old dog who will devour anything in sight? And really, while I'd love to stick around for that, you did hurt me a bit more than I expected. So, unless you're looking to be gobbled up for dinner, I'd stay right there in that cage if I were you.
Knights.
Visitor, it is only natural that you are disturbed by the discovery that NiGHTS is a nightmare. If you feel that you can no longer trust him, I suppose it can't be helped. But I would think that by now you'd understand NiGHTS better than anyone.
How?
It's up to you to decide who you want to trust and what you need to do.
Okay, here we are at last actually being able to get started on Delight City, and I explained that kind of terribly, I admit. Also, I think there's a dream drop around here somewhere, but I don't remember where, so let's just get started. So, yes, if you want to refight Riala like that, then you have to, when selecting this mission, you have to, like, select the story mode version of, like, when you replay a mission, you can either just play the mission, or do, like, a rewatch the cutscene kind of version of it, and you have to rewatch the cutscene in order to fight Riala again. As I said, that's a very Will thing to have happen in the story, just to have a random boss encounter with Riala right the fresh hell out of nowhere, which I'm not opposed, because it says stuff about his character, and you can sort of swing on these bars and get links, and yes, okay, it has been proven to me that you can sort of dilly-dally a little bit in these missions, because the rubber band AI, but I mean, come on. And I completely missed the boost thing there, and my ears are popping again, and I'm still... Oh, come on. If you hadn't railroaded me into that spinny fooble, then we would have got the key about half a second sooner. Now, I do really like Delight City, because it's just, I mean, look at it, it's so pretty and delightful, and just, this is my aesthetic, and you can sort of see the buildings in the background there that I referred to as SLAB before, because the stained glass makes it look like they're just slabs, so that's what they are. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't a perfect rank, because it took me just over, like, it took me more than one lap to do it, and I mean, it's a B. A B? Yes, Tess, a B. That was a conversation I had once. So, I mean, look at this. Like, sort of tacky neon weirdness is absolutely my aesthetic, although it is a bit difficult to see the rings in here because they're sort of the same colour. Now, you're gonna kind of want to boop the handles in here because, yeah, it's sort of a giant slot machine. But just aesthetically, I love Delight City. It's like I'm Calliope up in here and this is Greece, and I love Greece. And also, now we're a pinball, and you can't really do anything with this. You can't boost, you can't press in any direction, you just need to roll. Roll, roll, roll your boat. Because that's how that goes. That's Dolphin. There's Rocket. Fuck. I was trying to get ahead and I failed. And I failed again. Just go, Knights. Knights. That was bad. There we go. So that could have gone a bit better, but hey, I got the key in a single lap. What more do you want from me? That was still worth an A, apparently. Okay, well, fine. I did not think you'd be that generous, but okay, sure, fine, whatever. I shall take it. Now, here's a mechanic that we're going to need to get used to in, well, soon. You see there are those neon sort of walls down there, and also the thing that we got. There are crystal switches that are color-coded. They respond to being touched, they respond to being power-looped, and obviously, blue switches turn on the blue walls, but also the blue ring things. They're color-coded. So now the blue walls are off, the red walls are on, and the red rings are on, and yeah. You change layers with the rings, and you can't go through the walls. Does that make any sense? Because it's going to be really pertinent to the next mission. If a switch is on, the walls, everything of that color is also on. There we go. Now, here's fun. It's pool! You have to play pool! And that's kind of it. And of course the Nightmare and Key is getting away because we need to play pool. This may take a while if you're not careful, and I have taken no cares whatsoever. Well, I say pool. I can never remember which one pool is and which one billiards is, and which one snooker is. Because they're all, like, colours and numbers and shapes, and I don't... Oh, there we go. You just had to get the 9 ball in, I think. It's either the 9 or the 1 ball. You have to get the white one with the yellow stripe in the hole in order to progress. But fortunately, the keeper of the keeper, sort of didn't get... Like, you could have just left, and you didn't, so, you know, joke's on you. You got caught. Our rank overall is Bab. I would have given that a C, a B, and a C, personally, but fine, we got Bab. Is there anyone... Do I have any viewers whose surname is Babbage? Because I'm genuinely curious. Now, if we get good with this boss, then we should get an A overall. Here's hoping. Otherwise, this is just the B episode. And as promised... I was going to say, here's Serbia. No, here's Cerberus, or Kerberus, or however you want to pronounce it. It's just dogs' heads with legs and balls. Just look at this nonsense. Precious doggo. So let's just pet the doggo. Because, you know, wan, and that's the end of that thought. Honestly, for all of the hyping up that Cerberus gets, and I'm just using the in-game pronunciation because it's easier, says the guy who refers to Clone Noir as Cleur. Okay, if you get too close, you get hurt, but just a matter of just bash the thing away. It's really not a big deal. There's a bit of physics puzzle involved because you need to sort of get them to smash their heads together, but look, we've done 2 hits. It requires 3 overall. This really isn't a difficult boss. You just need to make sure that they don't touch you. So, you know, don't touch me. Don't touch me. It reminds me of a tiger for some reason. But not the tiger you'd expect, because I'm actually recording this on Super Alex 641's birthday, and he's a tiger, and look at how easy that boss is, compared to the sort of, kind of RNG-ness of... compared to Camelan's RNG-ness. Now, is that enough to get me over the threshold into an A? I'm just gonna say no, but it is anyway. Okay, so my overall score is Baba. Fine, I can live with that. And we're back at the Dream Gate. I stopped commentating, expecting it to just be the end of Source, and it wasn't. The end of Source, okay. Now I'm just thinking, well, yes, I have, thank you. Now, the next 2 missions I feel like should go in the same episode, so I'm going to sort of hold off for the time being. But while I'm wandering around, I just want to give a quick thought on, like, surely the fact that Knights is a Nightmare is kind of irrelevant to everything. Because bearing in mind, this is Will's World 3. Like, surely by now, it's quite evident that, oh, there's a well. Okay, fine. Boing. Dream drop. I forgot that was there. Surely, for Will especially, because I think Helen had this realization a bit sooner. But certainly with Will, surely he knows that Knights is trustworthy, and that Knights' race, I suppose you could call it, has nothing to do with anything else. Like, I mean, sure, Knights is a Nightmare, but what has that got to do with anything, considering that Knights has proven themselves to be a good creature? You know, Knights doesn't behave like a typical Nightmare, so surely the fact that they are a Nightmare has shit all to do with anything, so that's no reason to distrust. That's sort of like saying that oh, I've been friends with this person for years, and now I've only just discovered that they're left-handed. Oh no, that invalidates all of the good things they've ever done with their life. Like, it doesn't matter, so it's kind of a moot point. So, maybe that's just me rambling, but I just don't get the story. Now, I'm just going to wander around and try and get that other dream drop that's down in the mine shaft, so I will see you there and then end the episode there upon Whomstead live. I missed completely. And on that note, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode we'll go back into Ftillite City. See you then.